meaning that the end of days before Mashiach comes is going to be a dark time. A dark time when Israel is going to be surrounded by enemies. Israel is going to be terrorized from within and without. And only those that hold on to their covenant with HaKadosh Baruch Hu very strongly will be able to survive. And now we have our last part, which is to get the first part of our answer of what happens to these evil monsters. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling Avraham not just the prophecy of the end of days, but rather the prophecy of his times, which if it answers for one, it answers for the other. That the enemy is going to enslave them and will oppress them for 400 years. The nightmare that Am Yisrael, the Bnei Yisrael at the time, had to endure is worse than anyone can possibly imagine. Unless you read the Midrashim and see what happened to Am Yisrael, you simply cannot imagine the things they had to go through. And Hashem is showing him this. And of course, Hashem already chose to have the Egyptians be the ones that torment, oppress, and enslave Am Yisrael. He chose them. So if he chose them, why would he punish them? But HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, but that nation that will enslave them, I will judge them with severe punishments. And afterwards, your descendants will leave with vast wealth. So here we see the answer to the question, where we still don't have the ultimate answer of why, but we see that although Hashem is the one that chooses who is going to be Israel's enemies, who is going to be allowed to, better said, not who's going to be the enemy, because that's a choice of a person, but who is going to, which enemy that chose to be an enemy of Israel, which enemy is going to be permitted to be the stick that hits Hashem's people, to be the one that torments them, that tortures them, that terrorizes them, that breaks through the border and does the most heinous crimes to humanity in the last 80 years. Hashem allows them to do it, but He will punish them for it. Why will He punish them for it? The Gemara in Masechet Moed Katan says, "Megalgelim zchut al yedei zakai vechova al yedei chayav." HaKadosh Baruch Hu evaluates the actions of a person. And if the person has done good things, he has earned merits. And because he earned merits, the Mishnah in Masechet Avot says, the reward for a mitzvah is another mitzvah. Because he has merits, Hashem, when He wants to bring more merits to the world, more good things to the world, He will bring it through his hands, through her hands. So he wanted to teach Torah, and he started teaching just one person. And Hashem sees, oh, look, he taught one person, and he's teaching them the truth, even though the truth is sometimes hard to tell and hard to hear. So you know what? I'll send him another person, because that other person wants to learn Torah. So I'll send that other person to him also. And he sees that he's teaching that other person the truth also. He says, oh, you're continuing, so I'll send him another person. And before you know it, if this person continues to teach the right way, Hashem continues to send him more merits, because with each student that he's teaching the truth and get him to do tshuva, that means that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is signing off to give this person another 310 worlds. He gets an enormous reward, even bigger than the one that did tshuva. He becomes partners with God on creating this person. The person that did tshuva is great. He's in a perfect. He went from being destined to go to GEHINNOM to go to Gan Eden. He's in great shape. But the person that helped him go and do tshuva, either by giving him a USB, or by inviting him to a lecture, or by teaching him, or by donating for the sake of somebody else being able to teach him, whatever it is, you are involved in getting this person to do tshuva, you actually end up getting even a bigger reward than the person that did tshuva. As Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, Gadola me'aseh min ha'oseh, greater is the one that does, greater is the one that enables someone to do than the one that actually does. So, the person that is teaching, is doing good things, Hashem rewards him by giving him opportunities to do even more good things. But megalgelim chova al yedei chayav, says the Gemara. That's the second half. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu also gives opportunities to sin, opportunities to cause damage, opportunities to murder, to rape, to terrorize, to those that already have obligations. What's obligations? They already have sins. They already have sins. They're sinful people. They already do bad things. They already desecrate God's name. They already do horrible things. They already kill. They already lie. They already cheat. They already do bad things. And they desire to do more bad things. Hashem says, Schar mitzvah mitzvah, schar avera avera. The reward for a mitzvah is another mitzvah. The reward, if you will, for a sin is another sin. You want to do bad things? I will allow you to do bad things. And therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives the evil people that already hate Am Yisrael, that already hate the Torah, that already hate the truth, opportunities to cause damage to Am Yisrael when he decides that it's time to do that. So although he's the one that decides when it's going to happen, he's the one that decides by who it's going to happen, he doesn't just choose anyone randomly. He chooses someone that already wants to do it. He chooses someone that already wants to do it, someone that's already evil, someone that's already bad. And therefore, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells Avraham Avinu, the Egyptians are going to torment your descendants, but don't worry, I'm going to judge them, that's why he judges them. Because even though he allowed them to torment Am Yisrael, they wanted to do it. They were already doing it to their own people. They were already doing evil things, therefore they deserve more evil things.
I've heard enough. New arrival screams, echoing through the hallway to know that this ain't good. Once they pass them through the infierno, they don't come back. It's enough to make you go crazy.
Do not think we fear you, Spirit. We know your power is born of evil. This is your last night in the land of the living. You understand me, malevolent demon?
possesses the cure you seek. Go within. Just now. Once you cross that threshold, there is only one way.
There was a rich family that lived here called the Hetheringtons, and unfortunately, their daughter passed away of a heart attack inside the house. Basically, they were so devastated that they reached out to people claiming to be psychic mediums. They actually weren't psychic mediums. They opened up a total of 11 portals inside this house and invited spirits and entities from all different kinds of dimensions.
Well, I think there are certain pieces of evidence that there is an afterlife.
Resurrection of the dead is affirmed pretty clearly in the Talmud and the Midrash.
To be honest with you, to give this lecture is a nightmare. If it was up to me, I wouldn't. There's going to be some graphic details.
This place is a maze.
That person after death went to a place called Sheol.
This is by far the largest near-death experience study that has ever been conducted.
People go to a place and they experience weird things. And sometimes they actually will see a character of some type. Well, where did that come from?
I don't know why that one chain is swinging back there.
They may describe feeling profoundly peaceful, seeing a bright, warm, welcoming light. Some people describe watching doctors and nurses working on them with incredible accuracy.
Next thing I knew, I was above my body watching the operation.
How long did you feel like you were gone?
I went to a place of timelessness. And so what that means, it could have been a second, could have been 5 minutes. I don't know.
Can you imagine waking up from your sleep and not being able to move?
As I'm lying there, I realized that there's an evil presence next to me.
Do you believe that angels, demons exist?
Holy shit, dude, get out of here! Oh my god, dude!
Strange things keep happening. Bizarre nightmares, as if I'm on fire.
Whoa, what the hell is this? Man, I've got bad chest pain.
Satan's Hollow is what it's called, the portal to hell.
Some people calling it an eye of fire, while others said it looked like the portal to hell opening up.
And the next thing I know, I was outside of my body, looking at my body.
What I'm going to do is called claromancy, the art of throwing lots or throwing bones.
2,000 years of experience, passed down, recorded, of how demons work.
God has them all on a leash, and he lets the leash go enough to let them tempt us, because that's what makes us spiritually stronger.
I'm trying to be as graphic as possible so you understand what we're talking about.
It's your ticket to reality. It's your ticket to freedom. It's your ticket to immortality.
Is there an afterlife? Is there a
it's
God?
The type of information that can keep you away from the Yetzirah.
What happens to us after we die?